Yo, what is going on, Z-Bursters? It is Z-Burst here with Inside the Predictions, featuring the AFC West and the Kansas City Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to go 9-7 this year. It is a deep improvement from last year, but the reason for that is they no longer have Alex Smith, and they have to trust Patrick Mahomes to win them as many games. And he's going to get close, but he's just not going to get the job done. In Week 1, the Kansas City Chiefs take on the Los Angeles Chargers in Los Angeles. And they're actually going to start the season off 1-0. Patrick Mahomes definitely has a very, very, very strong arm. And the Chargers aren't going to know how to play against him, especially Week 1. Yes, the Chargers have a very good defense, but the Chiefs have Kareem Hunt at running back. Patrick Mahomes is going to be an outlier that is going to show off Week 1. Tyreek Hill is very fast at wide receiver, and Travis Kelce is one of the greatest tight ends today. And the Chiefs win this game. Week 2, the Chiefs take on the Pittsburgh Steelers in Pittsburgh, and they lose this game because the Pittsburgh Steelers are really good right now. There's not a lot of teams better than the Steelers right now, especially in the AFC. And the Chiefs aren't going to be able to handle the Pittsburgh Steelers' defense nor offense. And that leads to Week 3 against the San Francisco 49ers in Kansas City. And they're going to win this game because the 49ers are still going to be adjusting. Is Jimmy Garoppolo as good as people think he is? Is their offense functioning? And the Chiefs' offense is going to be functioning. Both defenses are solid, but the Chiefs have a better defense. Chiefs are going to squeeze out through this one. Week 4 is a division game against the Denver Broncos in Denver, and they're going to win this game because Case Keenum of Denver Broncos is their new quarterback, and he's going to be adjusting throughout the year. And Week 4 it just might be a little early for him to go up against the rival and the Chiefs, and they're going to end up losing this game. The Chiefs are going to win. And that leads up to Week 5 against the Jacksonville Jaguars in Kansas City. They're actually going to win this game too. The Jaguars might have a better defense, but the Chiefs have a better offense, in my opinion. And that's going to lead them to success. I think the Chiefs' defense is good enough to hold off the Jaguars' offense. And even though the Jaguars have a better defense, I think the offense will score more points for the Chiefs. That leads to Week 6 against the New England Patriots in New England. And the Patriots are going to be victorious. The Chiefs are going to lose because the Patriots are just that good in Week 6. They have Rob Gronkowski, they have Tom Brady, they have Chris Hogan, they're going to have Julian Edelman, and the running back is whoever it is right now, whoever's going to start. I don't know who's going to start, but he's going to be productive. Their defense is going to be more successful than they were last year. And they're going to fix the problems they had last year that lost them the Super Bowl. And they're going to beat the Chiefs, Week 6. Week 7, the Chiefs take on the Cincinnati Bengals in Kansas City. And they're going to come up with this win because they're just better. Andy Dalton is not as good as Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes has a stronger arm. He just needs to work on his accuracy, especially on the run. The Bengals is running back in Jeremy Hill or Joe Dixon, or anybody else that's going to play running back for the Bengals is not as good as Kareem Hunt. Obviously, Travis Kelce is a better tight end than anybody on the Bengals. And that's going to cause the Bengals to collapse against the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to win this game easily. Week 8 is against the Denver Broncos in Kansas City. And they're actually going to lose this game. They're going to split with the Broncos. They're going to win Week 4 and they're going to lose Week 8. They're going to lose Week 8 because Case Keenum is going to be settled in and he's going to understand this Broncos offense. And halfway through the season, he's going to click. He's going to know how to beat the Chiefs, and he's going to beat the Chiefs. The Broncos defense and Bradley Chubb, the rookie from NC State, is going to be productive. Aside Von Miller, who's going to always be productive. Their new running back and their new wide receivers alongside Demaryius Thomas and Emmanuel Sanders are going to be productive for the Broncos. And the Broncos are going to be successful against the Chiefs Week 8. Week 9, the Chiefs will take on the Cleveland Browns in Cleveland. And they're going to win this game because Cleveland's still not quite there as a professional football team in 2018. they're getting better, and they're going to win some games this year, unlike last year. Just not a lot this year. Maybe next year, and maybe the year after that, but just not this year. The Chiefs will be victorious against the Cleveland Browns in Week 9. Week 10, the Kansas City Chiefs take on the Arizona Cardinals in Arizona. In Kansas City. And they're going to lose this game at home against the Cardinals because, 1, David Johnson's returning. 2, Larry Fitzgerald's really good at wide receiver, even though he's getting old. 3, Josh Rosen thinks he's the best, and that confidence is going to get him the win against the Chiefs. Both defenses are spectacular. Both O-lines are productive. Both D-lines are productive. Cardinals slip away from the Chiefs this year, and the Cardinals will win. Week 11 is against the Los Angeles Rams in Los Angeles. They're going to lose this game because I personally think the Los Angeles Rams are the best team in the NFL today, and the Rams defense is too tough for the Chiefs offense, and the Rams offense is too good for the Chiefs defense. This causes the Rams to beat the Chiefs in Week 11. Week 12 is a bye week for the Chiefs, and they can let everything settle. They had 2 consecutive losses. They're going to settle down from this bye week, which leads to Week 13 against the Oakland Raiders in Oakland, and they're going to lose this game as a division rivalry game. It's going to be close, but I think the Oakland Raiders' defense is too good for the Chiefs' offense at this point in the season, and both teams are going to be fighting for a playoff spot, and right now the Raiders have the advantage, but that's not going to stop the Chiefs in Week 14 as they take on the Baltimore Ravens in Kansas City. They're going to step up from the 3 straight losses in between that bye week, and they're going to beat the Ravens at home to help secure that 6th seed in the, or 5 or 6 seed at this point in the playoffs, as they beat the Ravens because they care more. The Ravens aren't going to care about it because they're not as committed as the Chiefs are, in my opinion. I think Patrick Mahomes wants to become the one-time option for the Chiefs, while Joe Flacco and Lamar Jackson and the Ravens are going to be battling out until probably Joe Flacco retires or gets cut. And it could possibly be that Lamar Jackson is the starter by Week 14 for the Ravens, and that's going to cause some issues around the offensive scheme, their playbook, their game plan for the Ravens, because Joe Flacco and Lamar Jackson are 2 completely different players, quarterback, and that's going to cause the Ravens to lose. Week 15, the Chiefs take on the Los Angeles Chargers in Kansas City, and they're going to win this game. The Chargers are going to go 0-2 against the Chiefs this year because the Chiefs are just going to play better than the Chargers. And that's going to cause the Chargers to be eliminated from all playoff contention, and the Chiefs are in the driver's seat to either, if they win out from Week 14 all the way through 17, they could win the division. They have now won 14, they've won 15, they're on a roll. They think they can win the AFC West and secured that 3 or 4 seed. And then they go in Week 16 against the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle, and they're going to lose this game. It's a devastating loss for the Chiefs because they were in the driver's seat to win the division, and then they lose to Seattle in Seattle, and that bumps them down to 8-7. And that they can now hope and pray for a 5 seed or a 6 seed in the AFC, and they're going to lose to the Seahawks because the Seahawks defense might not be the original Legion of Boom, and their offense might not be the same as it used to be, especially in 2014, but they're still good, and they're still going to win games because as long as Russell Wilson is the quarterback for the Seahawks, they're going to have a chance to win, and they're going to beat the Chiefs in Week 16. Week 17 is against the Oakland Raiders in Kansas City, and this is a winner-go-home moment for the Kansas City Chiefs. If they beat the Raiders at home, they're going to secure the 5 seed in the playoffs. If they lose to the Raiders, they're out of the contention. And what happens is the Chiefs beat the Raiders at home and secured the 5 seed. They beat the Raiders because they know what's at stake and they need to win, and they have the home field advantage. They have the fans cheering them on. They have Patrick Mahomes throwing darts. They're going to have Kareem Hunt running the ball. They're going to have Tyreek Hill speeding away at wide receiver. They're going to have Travis Kelce catching some clutch touchdowns in the end zone. and that's going to cause the Chiefs to beat the Raiders. This is why the Chiefs are going to go 9-7. This is why the Chiefs are going to make the playoffs. 2 straight years. Might not be the division winner this year, but at least they're still in. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. It's been fun. Stay active. Stay in school. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Like and share this video with your friends, your family, strangers at Walmart and Target. And I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will see you next time.